Man, I love a freebie in the morning. It's like waking up, going down to the government food bank and standing in line for some free cheese, getting me my two trainer heroes free, gratis. Honestly, this harvest summon's been a bit rough recently, though. I've been getting a lot of people saying that they are not actually reaping any rewards from their bonus draws. I did not get sucked in. I'm glad to say so far I have stayed strong. I did do two single pulls just to see what I got. I got two extra summons and absolutely nothing. I know it's kind of a very small tested group, but at the same time, is the harvest summon freaking rigged? I want to know, because honestly, I've had so many people tell me that they got absolutely nothing. One or two people have said, yeah, they got Bartholomew, one off of a single gem pull, which is awesome. Congrats. But yeah, I would have expected more. But that's not the main reason why we're here today. The main reason is, and it's not that either, the main reason is this guy with his goggles on. I mean, he looks ridiculous. I can't even half remember what this dude does, but he has a costume and he is featured in the Fire Super Elemental Summon. I'm a little bit disappointed because I did think that we were going to be getting the red slime on this portal. But of course, they've decided to release the costumes for the new Super Elemental heroes. So we have to have a look at those guys as well. And we've got a couple of other bits of news. And I want to make sure that you guys are staying informed and that you're able to get hold of some goodies and stuff that have been dropping very, very recently, and just give a couple of shout outs to a couple of my fellow content creators. But we will save that for after we've had a look at Doxan. So let's jump into the portal right now and have a look at, I mean, he's going freaking skiing in the astral plane, isn't he? He's up for it. So he's featured, and Ignacio. So we've got two costumes in here. So two super elemental costumes for the first time ever. Alongside obviously their fellows that are featured, which are obviously in the fire families, or in the fire element. So yeah, I do actually like it. I don't know what his initial art looked like, but like I do kind of like that. Yeah, it's a lot better. It is actually a lot better. They've polished up a few things. He looks, more. He looks ready now, doesn't he? Like he looks ready for Empires and Puzzles in 2025. Right, so Doxan is, of course, a fire hero. He's in the Fire Super Elemental portal, so why would he not be? He is of the Rogue class in this version. He was a fighter. Not sure which is better. I mean, they're both good defensive classes. The Rogue will give him a bit more attack. And then he is of the Super Elemental family. So if you don't know by now, then I don't even know if I need to explain it, honestly, but just basics are they spawn a power gem on the board. The power gems can do a little bit of attack every turn. That's it. That's all you need to know. They do get this cool passive, though. The troop damage modifier is really good. So this hero's troops deal extra damage, elemental damage against weaker elements. Makes him really quite cool and quite understated in terms of how much damage you can do with these guys with tiles. Extra 150% damage, and they receive less damage or less elemental damage from troops of the stronger element. So yeah, it's quite cool. It's like a passive damage reduction that kind of goes under the radar. So it's a very understated passive, but I think it's quite strong for this family. He is going to be getting a costume bonus, and a pretty big one. So attack up 40%, defense 40%, health 45%, and the mana 5%. So that's sweet for him. It's obviously speeding everything up, making him much stronger to the point where he now runs a full team power of 16-15 with second limit breaks and emblems, which is pretty huge. I mean, comparatively, brand newest hero in the whole entire game, 16-17. So he is very, very strong in terms of the stats now. He gets the Ether Talent of the special skill boost. So at the start of the battle, he's going to receive, or his special skill will deal an additional 30% damage for 6 turns. Now, interesting thing about this, because we recently have obviously had the Hero of the Month released, Aurochs, where it says there the special skill adds an additional 50% to its power. Now I thought, and forgive me for being such an absolute idiot, I thought that 360% damage to the target nearby would then mean that the first time he casts, it's going to be another 50% of that 360% that's added to its power. So like 400 and whatever it is percent. But it isn't. It basically just means that they add an extra 30% to the damage. So instead of this guy dealing 550% damage to the target, he'll deal 580, which is still good. But that is exactly what it means. So hopefully that clears it up. He starts off with that and it runs for 6 turns. In battles with multiple waves, the effect gets refreshed from the beginning of the battle. So all good so far. In terms of the stats, I mean, this is obviously going down the attack path, and rogues do have one of the highest attack paths in the game. But I think with what this guy's doing, that's the way you'll want to go. Just beef him up on his attack, and you'll be absolutely fine. So comparing him to the original special was called Dual Laser Blades, and he's running at fast speed, obviously. Deals 500% damage to the target and minor damage to all nature enemies. So there is a caveat in that the minor damage is dealt to nature. Then the target and all nature enemies receive 2,000. I mean, that's gone up a lot since the original, hasn't it? Because his stats have gone up. That burn damage scales off of the attack stat. So yeah, like I said before, you want to increase his attack. Obviously, he's not going to be that effective against the Untold Tales 2 heroes, but anybody else, that's a lot of burn damage. A lot of burn damage. So yeah, a good special running at fast speed. Basically a sniper, but he can hit multiple enemies. So now they've changed it. He deals 550% damage to the target. Well, obviously with the extra 30%, if you get that off within the first 6 turns. Minor damage to all nature enemies. Okay, so that stayed the same. And then the target and all nature enemies receive 2,184 burn damage over 4 turns. All right, so it's the same special. There's nothing that's really changed except for the damage is pretty humongous now. 550% is a big snipe at fast speed. And when you use this guy, you really want to target somebody who's not of the nature element. So if you do pull him and you take him up against a team, you want to snipe somebody that's not of the nature element, and then he will then take care of the other heroes that are of nature element. So, I mean, ideally, you'd want to take him up against a team of like all nature heroes. That would be awesome, because then he's a hit all for 550% damage. But if you've got, if you've got 2 nature heroes on a team, he is then going to hit. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, minor damage. My correction. So he's then going to snipe and then deal minor damage to the nature allies. So yeah, it's a cool special. I like the fact that he can sort of jump around the board. He doesn't need to be focused on one specific character. And that bleed damage is pretty humongous. So it will definitely finish the job. Even if you don't have any nature enemies, he's still a pretty awesome sniper. And putting that amount of burn damage, on the target is definitely, it's going to wreck a couple people. So yeah, I'm not mad at this guy. I think he looks cool. I think the costume is making what was a good hero a little bit better, which is okay. I mean, it's not what we were hoping for, which was the slime hero, but it's okay. So yeah, I'll give him his due. I think he is an awesome hero. So humongous congrats to any of you who do manage to grab him from this portal. Just a word of warning. The legendary featured fire heroes are at 0.5%, which is horrible. The legendary event fire heroes are 0.1%, so which is again horrible. So you've only got a 0.6% chance, which is nothing, to actually be able to pull this guy, or to be able to pull Ignazio for that matter. The rest of the legendary fire heroes are 1.9%. So if you are lacking in fire heroes, then of course, go for it. You can get a couple of fire legendary heroes out of here. But I believe that the costumes, a lot of them aren't featured. You are still in the mix with some of the older heroes that are in the game, and more dated stats as well. So yeah, buyer beware in this portal. Honestly, it's one of those where, go ahead and do the event. There is an event to go along with it. If there should be. Yeah, there it is. So go ahead and do the event. I mean, that will definitely get you a fair few tokens and coins and stuff like that. And then use those if you want, but don't I wouldn't go crazy on this portal, to be fair. I wouldn't be going crazy on any of the portals at the moment, to be honest, because like I said, the Harvest Summon seems to be a bit of a downer. But yeah, on that note, I'll share something to pick you guys up again. So, like I said before, and I've said it a few times, I always want to make sure that you guys are kept informed as to what is going on in terms of any giveaways that are happening. And there is a particularly big one at the moment, which my boy Psychrosis has just had. So where is my... How do you go to the freaking thing? So my boy Psychrosis has just had a giveaway. And if we look at him over there, you can see he's got a little crow on his icon. So Small Giant have gifted him with a crow pin, which is absolutely awesome to celebrate reaching 2,000 subscribers and 6 years in the game. So if you do go to the Empires and Puzzles website, then of course you'll be able to get your pin. So you can see that I've got mine over there. So you can obviously put it on your thing. It's really cool. It's like a little crow with a red background, kind of fits everything that is to do with his YouTube channel. And basically the way you can get that is by entering the code that he shares in his video, which I'm sorry to admit, but it is an extremely long video for the code. But if you watch it, you get your avatar and you do get 10 of the lucky coins, which I'm probably a day late on. Yeah, as usual. But you can save those lucky coins up for the next War of Three Kingdoms, which is going to be coming around this month. On the subject of the War of Three Kingdoms, well done to the Wei Kingdom. Woo-hoo! Wei rocked it, honestly. And I was in Wei. I like to think that I did my little part in the Wei Kingdom. I did come top of my warband, which I'm absolutely stoked about. I didn't go 12 for 12, but I did share my attacks in another video along with some janky music that I made. So yeah, go ahead and watch that. I'll put the link to that in the description as well. But yeah, congratulations to the Wei Kingdom. And then another humongous congratulations to my friend General J, who has just passed the 1,000 subscriber mark, which is a humongous achievement for any YouTube content creator. To get over 1,000 subscribers is not easy. And General J has been doing it for a long, long time. So yeah, massive congratulations and shout out to you. Like I said, link to Psychrosis's code video below. And then obviously I'll share a link to General J, and I'll share another link to my video on the War of Three Kingdoms. But yeah, that is everything that's going on. There's a lot in the background at the moment, which I do want to get caught up on before I sort of put anything out on it. But some pretty exciting developments that are coming to the game in the next hopefully couple weeks or so. But yeah, that's all I've got to say for now. I wish you guys all the best. Have an awesome day. Stay frosty. Drop us a like. Subscribe to the channel. Share it with your mother. All that good stuff. And I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now, guys.